What's good, y'all boys? Welcome back again to another video. It's your boy Boss Enosch, and once again we are going to a very interesting story related to the Hamas-Israel conflict. Oh no, I'm sure some of y'all are tired of hearing about this. If y'all see Piers Morgan, he's been dropping like 100 videos of people arguing about this shit every day. It's not fun, okay? It's not fun. People are dying every day in Gaza, and it's easy for me to sit here and talk about it, right? Because I'm not dealing with the day-to-day. I'm not dealing with family members potentially being killed, you know, being bombed, you know, not seeing people ever again, not knowing when my next meal is gonna come in, not knowing when these bombs will stop dropping on my head, not knowing if the next plane that I hear going over my head is gonna be my last. You know what I mean? It's very tragic, very tough to be living in a situation like that. But I'm still gonna speak on it. Sorry, it is what it is. So, Ben Shapiro and Candace Owens, and for the record, I'm already a little biased. Before this situation I'm about to talk about, I like Candace Owens more than Ben Shapiro. I never really liked Ben Shapiro. You know, he just seemed like a, you know, high-pitched, nasally voice, fast-talking, faux intellectual, okay? I mean, he's a smart guy. No, you know, I can't fault him. He's a smart dude. You know what I'm saying? He started this company, Daily Wire, and they make a lot of bread. Okay, they make a lot of bread. So props to him for that. But there are things that he said that I don't agree with, and especially now, you know, he's being super pro-Israel, Israel first, America last. But I mean, he's Jewish, and he's a Zionist 100%. So, of course, that's where, of course, he's gonna be. But I always appreciated Candace more. So I don't know, maybe because she's black. I don't know. You know what I mean? We're all tribal, okay? We're all humans. We're very tribal beings. You know, it is what it is. But in this case, in this situation, I'm specifically more on Candace's side than Ben Shapiro, because it seems like he's just acting kind of erratic. But let's get into it. And shout out Greg for me, because actually I didn't know about this happening at all. I didn't see it on my Twitter feed until I saw this video. I'm like, oh shit. Whoa, what, this was going on? But without further ado, let's get into it.
They say that I want America to fight wars for Israel. Nope. Nope. First of all, Israel can take care of herself. If Israel is forced to the wall, the possibility of nuclear exchange is extremely high. That is why it is very important that the United States provide the material aid to Israel, and that they also dissuade Hezbollah from...
Yes, and then the question was about Candace.
So this is how it started, okay? First of all, I really don't like his voice, bro. That's the thing with me. If your voice is annoying to listen to, it's hard for me to listen to you, bro. But so it started here. Seemingly at this, I don't know, private event for real. I guess someone was asking him questions, and someone asked him about Candace Owens. Because Candace Owens, throughout this entire time, has been she hasn't really openly stated if she's against Israel or against Hamas. She's been saying that, you know, she's America first, and it's always sad when innocent people die. So that means Israeli children, Palestinian children, Israeli citizens, Palestinian citizens. And I agree with that. You know, I've kind of been on the same page as her from the stuff that I've seen. It's just tough. Maybe that's not enough for Ben Shapiro, who's been very pro-Israel. I guess he wants all the people under him to be super pro-Israel. I don't know what Michael Knowles' position is. And Matt Walsh is pretty pro-America first too. But, you know, he don't really seem to have any smoke for Matt, but has smoke for Candace. But let's keep going. Listen to this.
I think her behavior during this has been disgraceful. Without a doubt. I can't know that. Yeah, and she still works for my company. And I think she's been absolutely disgraceful. I think that her faux sophistication on these particular issues has been ridiculous. It's not faux sophistication, it's ridiculous. Everybody can see the moves that she's making and the things that she's saying.
Yo, you see that girl in the back? Why is her mouth wide open like that? Come on, bro. You can't make you finish. So, shout out Black Conservative Perspective again. Here's an example of one of the tweets that...
I would encourage the other side to not so lightly throw around the idea of innocent Palestinian civilians, as is frequently said. I don't think we would so lightly throw around the term innocent Nazi civilians during World War II.
So there you see this dude right here. He's comparing Palestinian civilians to Nazis. So they're Nazi soldiers. It's very crazy. There's plenty of people in Gaza that do not like that any of this is happening. I mean, we watched a video where some Palestinians, it was like 3 Palestinians, gave their opinion on the stuff going on. Was for the previous stuff going on. Because it was in the past. It wasn't after. It wasn't post October 7th. And a lot of people just want peace. You know, they want to be able to live. They want to be able to raise their kids. And for this guy right here, Brian Mast, that shit is crazy. Because what they're doing is a tactic to dehumanize these people, so it's easier for other people to be okay with them getting attacked and not feel bad about it. That's what they're doing. That's what this guy is pushing for. That's what some of these people are doing. They're not slick. It's the same type of shit that they would say Hitler did to you know, dehumanize Jewish people, so that people will be okay with gassing them and all types of shit. Genocide, right? And it's something that they're getting on Trump for, because Trump said vermin and then Hitler said vermin before, I guess. So look at him, and now look what they're doing. The same tactics, bro. But look, this is what Candace Owens said. Yeah, this was disgusting, utterly dehumanizing. Of course, there are innocent children on either side of every conflict, and we should not forget that. This is shameful, inhumane rhetoric. There's nothing wrong with what Candace Owens said. It's disgusting and dehumanizing. Now, does Ben agree with what this guy said? I don't know. Maybe. But I don't know. But apparently these are the type of things that he has a problem with. What'd he call her? Disgusting, depraving, or whatever. Here's another clip.
I am here today to endorse Nikki Haley for president of Israel. I think she's earned that. I think Bibi Netanyahu is going through a very bad time right now. Support for Israel has virtually collapsed socially. If you're paying attention to the trends and you're paying attention to what people are watching, you're paying attention to the protests. And the one person that I think is capable of getting it back is Nikki Haley, with enough money from foreign interest lobbies. So there it is, guys. I'm endorsing Nikki Haley, president of Israel. There are a lot of people in America that are sitting here going, okay, well, can you answer why Jews are so special? Because as white people in this country on university campuses, we are being taught that we are not allowed to have a voice. We have had to endure exactly what you're talking about, BLM. We've endured much worse than...
So this clip was funny to me because she's saying we as if like she counts as a white person, but she's not wrong though. She's not wrong.
You have, because it's in the actual textbooks. We are being told that we are systematically racist, that we are born wrong because of the color of our skin, and if we say anything, we'll lose everything. This is the typical experience on white campuses. So people, this is not whataboutism. This is like actually what we have been fighting for years.
Yeah, and if you want to watch my opinion on that, you know, I think my highest view video, funny enough, is the racism against white people video, where, you know, it's always so interesting because as a person who, if you're a person who doesn't really observe things like the life or the world around you, which is a lot of people in my demographic, Gen Z, even though a lot of Gen Z is very activist-like, I don't think that's the majority of Gen Z. A lot of people are very ditzy and very just, you know, trying to make money, trying to live life, trying to have fun. So they don't really notice things, right? So the stuff that we do, we're like making the little jokes about white people, which whatever. Everybody makes jokes, whatever. But people don't notice that there are other people who take those jokes serious and actually try to do the things that they're joking about. Okay? Like there was a story about this one superintendent in New York that was literally trying to get rid of all the white principals and trying to get only black principals. It was really weird. It was really weird. I think she ended up getting fired because it's like, bro, you're doing way too much. That's strange. But the point is, she's saying, look how they're acting now when Jewish people are seemingly getting attacked or, you know, criticized or whatever. But this is the type of behavior that they were letting flourish. You know what I mean? But now that it's against a certain group, now you're pushing back against it. I don't know.
So it sort of arrived as, I think, for a lot of Americans, a surprise when they're saying, well, now that it's about Israel, which is something that's overseas, we need to, you know, hand these university professors, we need to do something about this issue. Why weren't we trying to correct course on this issue? Why weren't donors pulling their funding out of these universities? Why weren't these same things being said for these last, I would say, 8 years of rampant BLM, white man can't do anything right, actively being taught in the classrooms? So there are people that are asking that question now. What I have said is that explicit calls for genocide, which was stunning to me to see that in Congress, are completely wrong. It is frankly crazy. I have not weighed in on the IDF's response in the same way that I have consistently said through every war, Ukraine and Russia, I don't want to be involved. I have said I don't want to be involved in Israel and Palestine, all these conflicts. My consistency seems to offend people, right? But I haven't made a single tweet or a single comment on IDF's response in Palestine. I haven't said a single thing about that. I have said it is always sad when a child dies. And the lack of humanity that I have seen from both sides has been very troubling for me. But to say that I have to weigh in and suddenly wave an Israeli flag and say things that, because you decide that you get to use my platform because it's personal to you, how is that fair to people? How is that fair? And then to go a step further and to suggest that it might be anti-Semitic, which is basically silence is violence, as a leftist tactic, to me feels very extreme.
So, and I'm going to say something, right? The main takeaway from this, and I'm not sure if I said it in the video before, but I know I said it to my friends when we've been talking about this stuff. It's funny how a lot of the tactics that we've seen the woke mafia use, right? That we've seen LGBT people use, that we've seen body positive people use, that we've seen BLM people use, are the tactics that a lot of these Israelis or these Zionists are using. But really, it's because some of them, okay, well, when it comes to, okay, I'm just going to say it. They damn near wrote the playbook. And if you look at a lot of these top people, top money people, top lawyers, top media company people, top Hollywood executives, a lot of them are Jewish, bro. A lot of them are Jewish. And Jewish people have a lot, I think since for a long time, Jewish people have been like in the forefront of pushing representation and like liberal ideas, right? They've been in the forefront of pushing a lot of those ideas. And I'm not saying that's a bad thing, right? Put progressive ideas being accepting of everybody. But also a lot of them have let these mindsets, because, a lot of them are the people at top, right? It is what it is. A lot of them pushes mindsets of, oh, if you're not for me, you're against me. If it's not enough to not be racist, you have to be anti-racist. You know what I'm saying? You can't just accept LGBTQ. You have to be an ally. You have to let your kids be taught and showed books of people fucking. Like, come on, bro. Where do you think these people got this from? You know what I'm saying? That's what it is, bro. And then add that to, that Marxist idea of oppressor versus oppressed, and that's the only thing that you can frame things in, even though there's more to it than that. Come back to get you. You know what I'm saying? Come back to get you. And this is how you're acting. It is what it is. If you disagree with me, tell me why I'm wrong. Tell me why I'm wrong. These are just my observations that I made. The things that they're doing, it's so layered. It's so funny to me. It's so layered and it's so funny. I need to draw it out. I think if I were to draw it out visually, so look, these people say this and talk it to these people right here. Now that these people are against these people are using the tactics that they taught them against them. You feel me? Oh shit, it's crazy. So look, like I said earlier, Matt Walsh has also been seemingly against this Israel first idea. He's been pro-America, America first. Here's a clip of him talking about it.
Well, doesn't need us, we need them. If that's true, then how can you say that in one breath and then in the next breath tell us that it is imperative for the United States to help Israel? I thought you said they don't need us. I mean, they don't need us at all. We could not exist, according to you, and it would make a difference. You cannot say both of those things. You cannot say they desperately need us and also they don't need us. You really expect us to believe that America benefits more from its alliance than Israel benefits?
If you look at, I think I said, was it this video I just said it in? Or maybe it was another video. I said the same thing, bro. The same thing that I said. Same shit I said.
From that same alliance? That is nonsense. No, Israel greatly benefits from America.
So this is where all this stuff has came to a head, right? The 14th, so like 2 days ago. Candace Owens pushed out this tweet right here. Blessed, a Bible verse. Blessed are the peacemakers, for they shall be called the children of God. Blessed are they which are persecuted for righteousness' sake, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Blessed are ye when men shall revile you and persecute you, and shall say all manner of evil against you falsely for my sake. She goes on to say, no one can serve two masters. Either you will hate the one and love the other, or you will be devoted to the one and despise the other. You cannot serve both God and money. Excuse me. Now, the first part of this tweet is definitely saying, you know, pretty much pushing for peace, right? Blessed are the peacemakers. The second part, the end part, when it's saying you can't serve God and money, you got to pick one. Excuse me. I'm not sure who she's referring to or what she's referring to. Maybe she's referring to some of these warmongering politicians like Nikki Haley. You know, it could be a lot of different things. I'm not sure. But for some reason, Ben Shapiro took issue with that, and this was his response. Candace, if you feel that taking money from the Daily Wire somehow comes between you and God, by all means quit. I'm like, whoa. She just posted a Bible verse, and you're telling her if you had a problem, quit. Now, that is how someone who feels offended or even guilty responds. You merely go to just telling them to quit. This is your coworker, okay? Because he's not actually, Ben Shapiro is like, I think he's like the co-founder, but he's not running the day-to-day. He has his own shit going on. The actual CEO is some other dude. I don't know them people. So the fact that he would go as far as to tell one of his coworkers to just quit because she hasn't been on the same super pro Israel, Israel, energy that he's been on is crazy to me. That's crazy. And I wonder how long this was building up. And so yeah, that's what he said. And there's a couple of responses that were funny. Shoe on Head says, why don't you get off Twitter and talk to your employee face to face? Watching her publicly execute you on the timeline has been more gruesome than some of the footage I've seen coming out of Gaza. Lauren Chen, Candace, I think we reacted to one of her videos before. Candace has been perfectly respectful and consistent in her commentary over the past few weeks. She's been anti-war and America first. She even had someone from the other side of the issue on her show for a civil conversation. And she certainly hasn't launched any ad hominems against people who disagree with her. Yet you've now attacked her publicly multiple times. It just seems very personal and out of left field. Sneeko said this nigga doesn't believe in heaven. And Candace Owens responded right under this, right here. You have been acting unprofessional and emotionally unhinged for weeks now. And we have all had to sit back and allow it, and have all tried to exercise exceeding understanding for your raw emotion. But you cross a certain line when you come for scripture and read yourself into it. I will not tolerate it. So that's what she said. And the part that's very interesting that sticks out to me is that you have been acting unprofessional and emotionally unhinged for weeks. So this is something that they've been feeling. I know that I seen where she said like Ben doesn't really see all the other hosts all the time. Ben lives in Florida, I guess. And but Candace, Matt Owens, the other guys that are there, they see each other all the time. And they talk all the time. So there's not really that big sense of camaraderie between her and Ben to begin with. And they've clashed before. They've clashed over Kanye. They clashed over the vaccine. Ben took the vaccine. Candace didn't. Candace interviewed Kanye and had Kanye on and wore the shirt with Kanye. Ben Shapiro was not fucking what he was saying because he's Jewish. He doesn't like it. So it's been very interesting to see that. Oh, she had another tweet. You are utterly out of line for suggesting that I cannot quote biblical scripture. The Bible is not about you. But then right after this, she went on Tucker Carlson. And they actually talked about some of this. It came up. So I'm not sure like how much of this was like planned or just how quickly Tucker moved to be like, okay, yeah, we need to talk about this. We need Candace Owens on. I just thought the timing was kind of interesting.
The internet was dominated yesterday by video of Ben Shapiro, who you work with at the Daily Wire, I think it's fair to say, attacking you. Here's the video. I just want to get your reaction to it.
Yes, the question was about Candace Owens. I think her behavior...
Okay, so we already saw this, so we don't need to see it again.
...has been saying and
how you were... So maybe there's a point in the video where he explains what exactly you did wrong and how you were wrong. I have
Tucker Carlson's face is so funny to me because he always like seems like he's like this.
seen it. But to call somebody, quote, absolutely disgraceful, particularly a coworker, seems like a pretty big step. What? And I really don't know the background here. What is that about?
You know, there isn't much of a background. I saw the video when everybody else saw it when I woke up.
No one warned you about it.
Nobody warned me about it. It looks like maybe he didn't know he was being recorded. It looks like it was some sort of a private event. I got no clarity on the issue that he was particularly speaking on. And in what was said, I can't respond to it beyond what he's saying because it's just ad hominem attacks. I don't know.
Yeah, because it's not, we disagree, or
Yeah.
I don't think she's correct, or maybe she doesn't know what she's talking about. It's absolutely disgraceful.
Yeah, exactly. And so I can't respond to it on a level of intellect because there's nothing that he has expressed in that, at least in that short clip, that he fundamentally disagrees with in terms of what I said. But I will say that I'm not going to respond with the same ad hominem attacks.
Yes.
I don't think it helps further discussion. And if that was me that was caught on a video saying that about colleagues that I work with, I would be embarrassed. So I think that the video speaks more to Ben's character than it speaks to mine.
Has he texted you to apologize or explain or anything?
No, nothing. I haven't heard a single word. It just
took it straight to Twitter. That's crazy.
And you know what? Ben and I have many disagreements, so I don't think that that's particularly something that's interesting. We disagreed on the COVID vaccine. We disagree on Ukraine and Russia. He has taken virtually every stance that has been the opposite of mine on every issue over the last 5 years. So I don't think that that's particularly remarkable.
Vaccine. Really, I didn't remember that.
Yeah, he was pro the COVID vaccine. I was anti the vaccine. We were all idiots for not getting the vaccine. So that's totally fine. I am totally open to people having a difference in opinion.
Right.
It's still
I would
alive.
hope that amongst colleagues that it would always be a civil disagreement, and I would never in a private event stand on a table and talk badly about Ben.
It's
I would say
it's a little weird. So he was on the left on those three biggest issues of our time, is what you're saying?
he has converted his opinions. He's accepted responsibility. He said, I was wrong about the vaccine.
Oh, good.
He is, obviously pro pharma. His mom's a doctor. And I say to people, I'm very aware of my perspectives on big pharma, and I talk about it.
What ain't wrong about the vaccine, though? Because, they say a lot of stuff that a lot of people are dying from side effects or whatever, but whenever I looked up certain things, it didn't really match that description. You know what I mean? To me, I just thought that, it wasn't as big as a necessary thing as they were trying to make it seem, right? All the other stuff about, people dying from da-da-da-da, there's not really any proof of that I've seen. So if you have proof, show me, and I'll talk about it. But, excuse me. It didn't really seem substantive. You know what word I'm talking about, okay? Excuse me, let's keep going.
On my show openly, and I think that that's a tremendous credit to the Daily Wire.
I was definitely against them trying to force people into taking that shit. Hell no. That's why I never took that shit. They're trying to scare people at my job. Oh, if you don't take the vaccine, you got to get a COVID test every week. You're lying. Never had to do that shit.
They allow a difference of opinions, but I would, as I said, hope that it would remain respectful, and that you wouldn't throw your colleagues under the bus. So to speak,
I think that's fair. And just for clarity, because I really don't know, is he your boss?
I think there's a lot of misunderstanding about Ben's involvement.
Why does Tucker always look confused, bro?
He's not the CEO of the Daily Wire. He is not making the day decisions at the Daily Wire. And I do want to make it very clear, because people are like, how could you possibly save Daily Wire after this? I have a very good relationship with the co-CEOs of the Daily Wire. Especially right now, the acting CEO is Caleb Robinson. He's a wonderful person. He's worked very hard to be where he's at. We have a lot in common that we connect on. And so people don't get to see that, which is unfortunate. Ben lives in Florida. He's not a part of the day-to-day movements of the Daily Wire. The rest of the hosts have their shows situated in Nashville. So we see each other every day. We talk. There's great camaraderie. And there's actually more agreement. There's actually a lot of people that are, as I describe myself, just pro-America first. And I think I've been that way consistently throughout my political career. Whether people agree with it or not in different moments is up for debate. But I don't want that video to become a reflection of how the Daily Wire works and the Daily Wire operates, because I have had a very good experience with the CEOs, and, love Michael Knowles, love Matt Walsh, Andrew Klavan. We all get along really great.
And so there you have it, okay? There you have it. There's a feud going on, a Cold War, maybe a whole civil war going on. In the Daily Wire, the conservatives are turning on each other. I understand where Ben is coming from, because, that's his people, I guess. So, there you go. I don't know if there's other factors in play that are pushing his opinion. I don't know. I haven't really been watching him to see what he really thinks for real. I just seen some of his tweets and some of the short clips showing that he's very pro-Israel, very pro, very Zionist. Very much on the wipe them out, finish them crowd, okay? But at the same time, bro, we live in America, okay? America first, always. People that live here first, and people that live in America first. There's so much shit we gotta worry about here first. People can barely afford groceries. The border, there's I haven't made any videos talking about the border. but the southern border and the northern border, which I didn't know about until Vivek, and I got a viewer has sent me some information that could connect to that I'm gonna dive into in a video after this. A lot of these borders are open. People are flooding in. People are flooding Chicago, New York. New York is in shambles because they can't handle all these illegal immigrants that are there now. And the regular people that live there, the people that are supposed to be there, that are born there, that got there legally, are struggling now, even more than before. You know, especially in the wintertime, bro. And now you got people on the street freezing, about to freeze because they ain't got nowhere to go, and they ain't got no infrastructure to help all these people, and they still are not dealing with the southern border. There's so many things going on in America. We do not need to be financially spread thin, sending money to Ukraine, sending money to Israel. Ukraine, the Ukraine-Russian war is in a stalemate right now. They're not getting nowhere. You know what I'm saying? Israel, people already agree that Israel, they're not fucking with Israel right now because they've killed, I think the numbers are like 12,000 people now, when all Hamas did was kill a lot less than that. Obviously it's not good, but 12,000 people? I mean, listen, it's a complicated situation. They want to target Hamas. Obviously, there's people that's just targeting civilians, of course, but Hamas is among the civilians. So, from a strategic standpoint, it's kind of hard to just target Hamas specifically, because now they have like bases hidden around it. Like they have bases in hospitals. They're around the civilians, so it's kind of hard to not kill civilians. But at the same time, you're killing a whole lot of civilians, bro. It's not good. It's not good. I don't fuck with it. And, you know, if you just go back in time, it's like, bro, the Palestinians were living there, and then they designated that land for the Israelis, okay? So, you know, offer it. Regardless, I'd like all that to end and people to stop dying, but, you know, it is what it is. But, yeah, you know, I'm on Candace Owens' side in this. I'm not on Ben Shapiro's side. Don't fuck with him. He acting stupid. And it's so funny how he's talking about the facts don't care about your feelings, and look at his feelings getting involved, and he's embarrassing his coworker. You're in the same company and you're trying to bring something to social media like a hoe, okay? Like a female, okay? Like an immature female, you bringing shit to social media. What's wrong with you? Then this is why people talk about this dude, bro. Talk badly about this dude because of shit like this. You're Mr. Intellectual, Mr. I'm smart. I'm the smartest guy in the room. And this is what you're doing, acting emotional. I don't know. Pretty crazy to me. But anyways, I fought with Candace Owens, bro. She was spitting, bro. Listen, it is what it is. But let me know what you think in the comments down below. And I'll see you in the next video. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share, hit the notification bell. And join the Discord, links in the description box. Peace out.